Welcome back, Poke fans, to part 21 of my Pokemon Flora Sky series. Last episode, we made our way to Ocpeck town, where we were able to, exchange the scope item which we just got with the Puya tea, which is pretty cool. But of course, we didn't actually go ahead and explore this town, which I think we can actually do in this episode. Alright, here we have just a few couple of NPCs. Apparently, they seem to be talking about a legendary Pokemon, which I don't think is really relevant for the whole storyline for now, so we can just go ahead and ignore them. But this house right here is pretty important, as this is actually the move tutor, which I think we can actually teach a move to Lucario. Let's check it out and see what moves it can actually learn now that it has actually evolved in the last episode. Alright, it does learn Thunder Punch and Ice Punch, which both are really good moves. And I think I might have to actually teach it that move at some point. Let's see what else we can learn. Alright, Metal Claw as well is a really good move for Lucario. I think if I do find more of these heart scales, probably would have to actually use them on these movesets. So let's see what we can do for now. Alright, I think I'll actually go ahead and teach Ice Punch for now and later come back for Thunder Punch and Metal Claw. Alright, I did decide to go ahead and switch out with Headbutt. Now, you might remember Headbutt is a new move that I taught for it in the last episode, but I think we are not going to be using it too much, and I feel like Ice Punch is a better move as well. Alright, now that we have completed all the tasks right here in Ocpeck town, the next place that we have to go to is actually going to be Taste City. Yep, today we are going to be going ahead and challenging the 7 gym, which is pretty exciting for me. Especially since the 7 gym is actually a water type gym, and I'm pretty sure we're quite ready for that one. I have my Emolga as well as Torterra up in front. They both are quite ready. So let me make my way back and I'll see you guys in the Taste City. Now, if you might remember, there is something that's hidden right here in front of the Taste City gym. And as you can see, now that we have the scope item, I was able to go ahead and find out that it was actually a Mudkip. Pretty cool. I really like Mudkip and I feel like it's one of the best starters for Hoenn region. But since I do have a really good water type in my team, which is actually Kingdra, I think I'll go ahead and defeat this one. If not, I would have definitely gone ahead and used it. But anyway, now that we are here, let me quickly go ahead and take on this gym as well. As said before, it's actually a water type gym, and I think this is gonna be a pretty easier gym for me, considering that most of these Pokemons will definitely go down for Emolga's Thunderbolt. But before we go ahead and challenge the gym leader, I definitely want to go ahead and battle all of the trainers in this gym. You might not see them right here. You do have to go ahead and move on in the puzzle. That is the ice puzzle that's gonna come up after this battle. And if you actually fail in those ice puzzles, you will be able to find the other trainers. So let me quickly go ahead and make my way up. As I believe there are 3 different levels of ice puzzles, and I'm definitely gonna be failing the 3rd one, which means I'll be then able to battle all the other trainers in this gym, which I think there are around 7 trainers down below, so that's pretty cool. Definitely it's an easier way to level up your team members as well, and I think that having your Pokemons around level 50 should be pretty cool for this gym as well. Alright, there we go. I was able to go ahead and go through the first 2 levels. This is actually the 3rd one, and I'm actually just seeing over here what else I can do to fail this puzzle. I believe that this is an easier way to fail it, so let me actually go ahead and go through it. Alright, I think I can just go ahead and clear this one, and as you can see, I did ignore 2 of the tiles that I did have to actually clear. I think I can actually go ahead and fail this one, but let me actually quickly go ahead and fail it first of all, and then we can actually go through. Alright, there you go. I have failed the puzzle, and by falling down, I'm able to see a lot of trainers over here. Especially in this platform, we do have 4 different trainers, so let's quickly go ahead and battle all of them. Alright, here we have our first trainer with 2 Pokemons, and she's actually starting with a Carvana. Quite cool. I think I can still take it down with a Thunderbolt. At this point, I think I might have to actually go back and heal my team members before we come back and challenge the gym leader. Just because of the fact that I'm just using my Emolga over here. And I think I'll run out of the Thunderbolt PP at some point. Either way, we were easily able to defeat the first trainer, so that's pretty cool. I've also gone ahead and gave the experience share to my Lucario just to make sure that it does level up through this gym battles. I definitely want to make sure that it is around the same level as my other team members before the end of this episode. Alright, here we have our second trainer, and she actually has a Clamperl. Clamperl is a really cool Pokemon. You'll be only able to find this one if you use the Dive TM. And I think you'll be able to get the Dive TM after this gym, so it's pretty cool. It does have a very unique evolution line as well, which kind of, is pretty nice. I think both of the Pokemon that it does evolve into are pretty strong, and I feel like especially Huntail is stronger. Its design is pretty cool as well, so definitely it's one of those unique Pokemons out there that you can, go ahead and use in your team as well. Alright, here is a Corphish, which I think we should be able to easily take down with our Torterra. For some reason, my Torterra still seem to have only Razor Leaf, which is a bit annoying. I wish I would have actually checked out which other moves it would probably learn, considering the fact that it should have learned a better grass type move by now. But I think I'll still wait for a bit more until we get another hard scale to go back. Alright, here we have our next trainer who actually has a Gyarados. Gyarados is always pretty cool, but definitely it is lacking in a lot of moves. Personally, I feel like if you do have a lot of TMs with you, you can definitely go ahead and use in Gyarados. It does learn some really good moves through the TMs, and you can definitely vary its moveset based on that. Alright, other than that, there is actually a Wailord over here, which I doubt if I can take it down, but we can actually see if it does. The one good thing is that the Pokemon in this gym are still kind of the same level as the 6th gym. So if you haven't really trained up your team members, I think this is actually a really good place for you to train them up. And as usual, just make sure they are around level 50. That should be pretty good for this next gym or the gym leader. Alright, here is the 4th and the last trainer on this platform, and he actually has a Corsola. I feel like this Corsola is pretty cool. It is a water and rock type, whereas we do have another Corsola in Pokemon Sword and Shield, which is part ghost type. Pretty cool, but definitely it's a bit trickier to use considering the fact that water and rock type does go down for grass type. So you do have to be a bit careful. As you can see, I'm struggling a bit over here, but I think I should be able to take it down with strength. Could have tried using my Torterra, probably it would have gone down in one move, but I just didn't want to waste my time switching out Pokemons. It's easier to just defeat them this way. Alright, let me get down the slide, and there is another trainer right here, so let's quickly go ahead and challenge her. Alright, let's see what kind of Pokemon this trainer has, as it's actually a lady. Usually lady trainers do have a lot of grass type Pokemons, but it seems like this one actually has an Azumarill. As you might remember, I did use an Azumarill myself in this playthrough, and definitely it's a really good Pokemon. It definitely did a lot of damage and does learn a lot of variety of water type moves. Alright, I guess I do have to actually use Strength and then try using Thunderbolt just to avoid this trainer from healing up her Azumarill. That is pretty good. Alright, seems like my Emolga is definitely gonna be around level 50, before I challenge the gym leader. So that is pretty good. Alright, let me actually switch into Torterra, who's actually around level 50. So I think if the gym leader actually tries using a water and ground type Pokemon, I feel like Torterra is a really good Pokemon for me to start the battle with. Okay, here is a Vaporeon, which according to me does have a really good special defense and I guess defense stat. So it's quite buff. As you can see, it did take down my Torterra, which was kind of sad. But let me actually switch into Emolga and try to take it down. I have personally used a Vaporeon before and trust me, it's one of those amazing Pokemons. I also really like a Vaporeon and its evolution rather than the other evolutions that Eevee actually has. So this is actually pretty cool. It does also learn the move Aurora Beam in its moveset, which is pretty useful. Unlike the other water type Pokemons for whom you do have to actually teach the Ice Beam TM, this one actually gets an Ice type move in its moveset, so that's pretty cool as well. Alright, now that we have taken this trainer down, let's quickly go ahead and go down the next slide as well. And it seems like we do have one last trainer, so let me quickly go ahead and battle her. Of course, I definitely would have to go ahead and evolve my Growlithe, who by the way is at level 49, which is pretty amazing. It might be a bit of a wrong time for me to actually evolve it, but I think I definitely would have to at this point, as I don't want it to level up anymore. Now that it is actually evolved into an Arcanine, it also goes ahead and learns the move Extreme Speed, which according to me is an amazing move. Definitely it does move faster and it does a lot of damage, so I'm really happy that I waited for so long to evolve my Arcanine. Alright, here we go. Let me quickly go ahead and teach the move, I guess Extreme Speed. And now that we know it, we can actually go ahead and use it as well. I guess I do have to wait, considering this is a water type gym. After this gym, definitely we have some really tough battles coming up, and I know that Arcanine can definitely help me over there. Alright, here is the last trainer for this gym. Let me quickly go ahead and defeat her. It seems like she does have a Pokemon around level 45. Pretty cool. Seeking is not one of those Pokemon that I really like. It isn't that tough and I feel like it doesn't really hit hard either. So it's one of those water type Pokemon that I usually just go ahead and ignore. Either way, we have gone ahead and defeated this last trainer. So let me quickly go ahead and heal up my team members. And I'll see you guys back here in the gym. Well, now that my Pokemons are fully healed, I'm actually ready for this gym battle. I've also gone ahead and moved Torterra up in front, as I know that usually the water type gym leaders tend to use a water and ground type Pokemon in the beginning of their, I guess, teams. Alright, let me quickly talk to her. And I'm actually really excited for this gym battle because the last one was pretty easy. I'm hoping that this gym battle will also be easy as well. As I expected, she did start the gym battle with a Quagsire, so I should be able to take it down with a single Razor Leaf, which is pretty amazing. And it seems like it is still at level 43, which is quite surprising. But she's definitely going into a Vaporeon who might actually have the move Aurora Beam, so I'll go ahead and try to take it down with my Emolga. It's lucky that I have my Emolga at level 50 as well, and it seems like the Vaporeon is at level 45, which is a bit higher than the first Pokemon, so that's pretty cool. Okay, it actually has Ice Beam and almost took down my Emolga. Ooh, that was pretty difficult. I'm really glad that I actually leveled up my Emolga because otherwise it definitely wouldn't have been able to stand this move. That was pretty nice. And I think she's actually going into a Starmie, so I do have to actually sadly switch out into another Pokemon. Pretty fine with me. I think I do have to go to Riolu at this point, and then try to actually heal up my Emolga just to make sure that I'm able to actually switch it in once it's completely healed up. Now as you can see, I did go ahead and train up my Riolu as well. And I should stop calling it a Riolu because it's actually a Lucario right now. Either way, let me quickly go ahead and heal up Emolga. And we can see how we can take down this Starmie. Sadly, it is actually using Psychic, so it might be difficult for me to actually switch out. So let me actually take my, I guess, Lucario at this point down. Oh, okay, never mind. Headbutt is definitely working right here. It flinched Starmie twice, so I think we might be able to take down the Starmie with just Headbutt. You never know. Never mind. My Lucario did go down over here, sadly. But it could have definitely taken down that Starmie if it didn't have a Citrus Berry. Let me quickly switch back into Emolga and try using a Thunderbolt. As I expected, the gym leader did go ahead and heal up her Starmie. This is pretty fine. I think we should still be able to take it down with a Thunderbolt or two. Let's hope she doesn't really heal it up once again, which will be annoying. And of course she wants to be annoying and does heal it up. I guess I should have gone with Strength in the first turn because using Thunderbolt means I'm just wasting its PP at this point. Alright, let me try using Strength this time. And it seems like the gym leader has gone ahead and used all of her Hyper Potions on Starmie, which is pretty good. Alright, she's actually bringing out her Wailord, which is at level 45. I'll go ahead and try using Strength and then go with Thunderbolt just to make sure that I am able to take this Wailord down in the next hit. Ooh, okay. It definitely did survive because of the amnesia, but at least it did actually get paralyzed, so that is pretty cool. Let's quickly use Thunderbolt and take down this Wailord and see what her last Pokemon is gonna be. Alright, and I might be wrong about the level of Pokemons because all the Pokemons till now were definitely around level 45, so I'm a bit concerned over here. Let's see how this one goes. I did decide to go ahead with Torterra, and the last Pokemon is at level 48, so I guess this was a good call of having my team members around level 50. I just decided to go with Earthquake since Empoleon is part Steel type, and that actually definitely worked. I'm really happy about that because Empoleon would definitely have a Ice type move and would have taken down my Torterra if I didn't take it down in the first hit. Alright, that was a pretty interesting gym battle. Not quite easy as the 6th gym, but definitely was fun. And now that we are getting the 7th gym badge, we'll be able to go ahead and get the Dive TM as well. Pretty cool. She does give us a TM or a HM for Water Pulse, but I don't think it's that necessary, considering the fact that my Kingdra does have Surf, which according to me is a better move than Water Pulse. Either way, over here the gym leader will again go ahead and give us another storyline where she does want us to go through her, I guess, a lab and help her with the issues over there. I guess we can actually go ahead and do that in this episode as well. The lab is in Route F and that's where we would have to actually make our way to. If you might remember, it's actually in the right side exit of Platepick City. So let me actually make my way over there and we can move on into the lab. Alright, here I am in Route F and as you can see, we do seem to have a new cave that has been actually recently opened. If you do talk to the hiker who's standing right next to you over here, he'll actually tell that he did find an entrance, so that is pretty cool. If you come to this route before this, you'll definitely not find that cave, so this is the first time you'll be able to unlock it. Alright, let me quickly go through this smaller cave and we'll be actually going to another opening that will lead to the lab. I would definitely recommend you guys to go ahead and heal up your team members because you do have a upcoming battle with the one of our rivals. It's actually Sky in this case, and I'm actually excited for that battle as well. So let me quickly make my way through the smaller cave. And I believe that we can actually find some Pokemons over here as well. But definitely we need the waterfalls HM for that. So I think we would have to definitely wait for that a bit more in the storyline. Alright, I guess there is no other items that we can yet pick up. So I guess we are just gonna be moving on. I'm really excited for this upcoming battle because of the fact that we haven't really battled Sky for quite some time now. And he is gonna be coming right here. Alright, let's see how this battle goes. If you might remember, the last time we battled Sky was just before we entered the polar forest. That was quite a long time ago, and I think I'm really excited to see what's gonna happen next. Alright, it seems like he does have a Shelgon, which is a very unique Pokemon, and I think we won't be able to find this one until we get the Waterfalls TM. So I'm actually gonna be questioning how did he get this? I mean, unless he was gifted this Pokemon from someone else, I don't think it's an easier task for you to find a Shelgon. Either way, I was able to take it down with my Torterra, which shouldn't be too much of an issue. And now that he's actually bringing out his Ninetales, which is actually his Vulpix that was present in his team before, which he definitely evolved. I think I should be able to take this one with my Kingdra. Right. The Surf definitely did a lot of damage, but I think he'll be healing it up in next turn. And as you can see, the Heat Wave didn't do anything on my Pokemon, which is amazing. And of course he did go with the full restore, so I did decide to use Water Gun. And in the next turn, we can actually go ahead and use Surf to take the Ninetales down. Right, let's see which Pokemon is gonna be next. And I believe he did have a Leafeon. Yes, he's actually bringing it out right now. So let me actually switch into my Lucario, who actually has the move Ice Punch, and it should be able to take down this Leafeon. Alright, let's see how much damage we can actually do. Of course, the Leafeon for some reason goes for Quick Attack, but okay, I guess we do have to definitely try using Head Mud first and then try to take it down with an Ice Punch. For some reason, this trainer Sky also has full restores. I bet we bought them from Play City, as that's the only place we can actually get full restores for now. But it's pretty cool that my Lucario is finally able to do some damage. And alright, he's actually gonna go to his starter, which was his Hippowdon. So let me quickly switch back into Kingdra and take it down. As you can see, Kingdra is definitely doing a lot of the works for us over here. So I'm really happy that I got to actually use it. It's a pretty cool Pokemon and it's pretty strong as well. Again, I did decide to go with the Water Gun just to make sure that he doesn't heal it up in the next turn. And now that it is at a pretty good, I guess, HP, we should be able to take it down with a Surf right here. Now, this is actually pretty cool. It seems like Sky still has only 4 Pokemons in its team, which I should have expected, but I just thought that he might have 5 of them for some reason. Either way, we were able to take him down, so that is pretty cool. Alright, I guess the only other, rival that we have that I'm really excited to battle is definitely gonna be Wally. We haven't really battled him after, the 3rd gym, or probably before the 3rd gym. Alright, here we are in the lab that the 7th gym leader was talking about. So let's quickly go ahead and talk to all the trainers over here. Or probably I should call them NPCs since they're not really battling me. And I believe that we don't really have too much of a thing to do over here. Just that we do have to go around a smaller puzzle and help them in owning a generator. So that is what I think we have to do. Alright, Sky seems to be here as well, and they definitely want me to go ahead and go to the basement. That is where the generator is gonna be. So let's quickly go ahead and go through it. As you can see, it's actually a smaller puzzle. You'll be able to find a few of the electric Pokemons over here. I believe that you'll find Magnemite as well as voltope and electrodes. So if you want to use them, definitely go ahead and catch them right here. They're not going to be in the same level as your other team members. Of course, they're going to be around level 35. So you might have to actually go ahead and train them up. But I think it's pretty nice that you'll be able to find them over here. So I think it's pretty cool. Alright, the one issue with this one right here is the fact that you might either find a item like Ultra Ball right here, or it might actually be a Voltope or an Electrode. So be very careful when you're actually interacting with these items, because the Pokemons that you might interact will definitely try and use self-destruct, which would actually take down your Pokemon. Alright, here is an Electrode which we just encountered. Sadly, I couldn't run away and the self-destruct definitely did a lot of damage. Yep, this is gonna be pretty annoying and you'll definitely be able to find them a lot in this area. So would definitely ask you guys to be a bit careful and probably heal up your team members after encountering it in every battle. Alright, here's another Electrode. Even though it is at level 35, it definitely does a lot of damage on my Gardevoir, which is pretty annoying. I guess I can actually try and take this one down with this Psychic. Luckily, it didn't use self-destruct in the first turn, so that was pretty cool. Anyway, let's quickly go ahead and pick up this item right here, which is actually a full heal. You definitely seem to get some really good items in this place, so I would definitely risk, encountering Electrode for these items. As you can see, we found another Revive. Ultra Ball is a pretty good item. Full Heal is a pretty good item as well. And I believe that this is gonna be another Electrode. So let me actually quickly put up a Super Repel and heal up my Gardevoir before we encounter the next Pokemon. As you can see, I still have my Lemonade which I bought before in the Honey Village. And it's definitely helping me a lot. If you want to buy some items, you can definitely either fly to Honey Village or you can actually go back to Hortisita City and there's actually a restaurant over there where you can buy stuff. There is another restaurant in Puya City as well, so you can definitely find these items over there. Very much better than the Super Potion and Hyper Potions. As you can see, I really love using it. Alright, here is the next one. It's another Electrode. Let me try taking this one down with Psychic, as it definitely isn't worth trying to run away. Well, I guess it's lucky for me that it didn't use self-destruct again, so that's pretty cool. And we were able to take it down. It does give us a lot of experience as well, so that is pretty good. I definitely want my Gardevoir to be around level 50. So let's try to see if that actually happens. Okay, I guess this is another dead end. I do have to go back and hit the button that was right here. Alright, that did open up that gate and we can actually go through. Now that we are reaching the 30 minutes mark, I feel like once we go ahead and go out of this basement, it's actually a really good place for me to go ahead and end out this episode as well. Based on the storyline, I definitely think we should go ahead and pick up the Dive HM. Now, as far as I've seen, you'll be able to find it in the Dark Cave, which is actually south of Great City. And you do have to go ahead and use Flash as well as Strength and Surf HMs in order to go through it. It's a pretty huge cave and you will be able to find some fossil Pokemons over there as well. But I probably will just explore it for the sake of finding some trainers and also pick up the Dive HM, which definitely we would require for the next part of the storyline. Alright, now that we are here, I think this is actually a really good place for me to end out this episode. In the next episode, we'll go ahead and get the Type TM and go further in the storyline, which I believe we do have to go ahead and go to Fuel City, which I believe has been such a long time without visiting that city. Finally, the museum in Fuel City will be open for us. And we do have the Team Aqua hideout over there, which we would have to definitely go ahead and go through as well. So it's gonna be a very big episode and it's gonna be pretty exciting. So let's see how that goes as well. Anyway, thank you all for watching this episode. Please like, share and subscribe to my channel if you liked my videos. And I'll see you guys in the next one.